Welcome to the desk of Coach Hess. What a thrill today. I've got Alicia Stringer here, who's the social media expert of the whole Katy area. Alicia, tell us a little about your business, please.
Sure. Thank you, Greg, for having me today. It's a pleasure. My name is, of course, Alicia Stringer, and you're a social media marketing expert, and I help business entrepreneurs just totally help them with all their social media presence. So I help manage them on all their platforms, make sure it's running and where it would get them a win, branded presence, lead generation presence, and really understanding their full business so I can keep them a good, consistent, good flow for them. And understanding those strategies is definitely a lot of tweaks and testing and working on that out. So I help really manage Facebook ads and manage the growth of the friends and followers on all the social media. So we're making sure we're growing the target audience, but yet pushing out those posts in the right way as well. So it's a lot of fun and generating that. And of course, I got the piano in the background and teaching piano and voice at the same time.
Yeah, I know you're a musician. That's fantastic. You know, it seems like the power and the need for social media since we've been locked down would be a reality, for a lot of people because they've got to update and get up to kind of a new way of doing business, don't they? I'm sure you've been. How long have you been doing this, Alicia?
I've been doing it since my daughter was little. That make it 11 years or
Oh,
so.
wow.
So it was interesting. I joined the chamber this weekend and having all those social media channels going, oh my goodness, I haven't logged in this one for a while. Like MySpace.
Oh my.
And I was
Wow.
like, I think I still have a blogger out there. Oh yeah, it is pretty active. So I have so much automation that I didn't know I have out there. It's still running.
That's amazing. That's
Yes.
amazing. So, what would you classify as your target audience, top custom? Kind of who do you like to work with? What's the right type of company to come to you that you really add value and help them?
Sure. It's not really a particular niche. It's really kind of up to their needs. So I help those that are brand new business owners. Like, I don't know anything about social media, but I know I need to be out there. And there's even some new businesses now that didn't realize they needed a branded presence because some people are searching that way. They're trying to see what their friends are saying about different companies and what they say. So they realize I do need to have a presence out there. And so that's where they come to me going, I need a new social media presence. I need some help. I need to get it out there. And then I help those entrepreneurs that have maybe maxed out their profiles. Say you can only get 5,000 friends on Facebook, and it's trouble to manage that, to unfriend and manage and post in all the groups and do all the stuff that you need to do and run your business at the same time. So if they've maxed out their profile and it's hard for them to manage that, they need someone else and some tools to help them along that way. So I do manage both that are maxed it out, and I start it from scratch to help you max it out and help manage that traffic to keep it a consistent flow. So you're managing the nice flow, the slow that you're growing, along with the Facebook ads that you're managing really fast and getting those leads or whatever your goal is for that.
What a huge value. Yeah, huge value. That's great. So, we've been kind of living this crazy time here with COVID and all. I think everybody's had to pivot their business a little bit one way or another. Some businesses have taken off. In your business's case, what has been the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic?
A lot of businesses are realizing that they need that presence right now. You're like, oh man, but there's no other way to really communicate to people without using the social media, and they need that presence. So I've come in some in dire aspect going, we need presence now. How do we reach our people? And so that's been like, you needed to have this already set up,
Right.
already running. But then there's those businesses that we know that they can't come to the store, that they're just simply closed, like those gyms. Like, what do we do? But what we're doing in the meantime is keeping that presence. We're still, out there. Hey, we're here. We're encouraging you. This is what we're doing in the meantime. This is how we are adjusting to you not able to come in. Keeping that communication flow, and growing with that, the business is still growing. So it's exciting to see, even though some businesses are closed, what they're doing to keep that active on social media, keep communicating with the people out there. So I have kind of like adjusted my flow, with people and the different, ways that we need to communicate that out. So it is with social media, there's a lot of people, and yet my business hasn't sunk or hasn't stopped because people still need it. But yet it has changed in a certain way because it has changed everybody in different aspects. Now, my piano students, there's some that said, quit, we can't have you in person, don't want you to come to my house, don't want to come over, we are staying excluded. And I've had more online Zoom lessons. And that's been fun. I've been trying to figure out a way to play ensembles, play with me using different apps and stuff like that to get more people involved. And it's been a lot of fun. So I'm like, join me this way, and send them a little link, and we still play together. So,
Wow, what a great answer. I mean, there's so many things you've got to
yeah.
adjust and pay attention to. Well, here's an interesting question for you. It's been said smart people learn from their mistakes and wise people learn from the mistakes of others. What mistakes did you make along the way, and how can other entrepreneurs learn from your experience?
There's a lot of mistakes I made. I don't know if I want to share them all.
Yeah,
It's a lot of learning curve as you're growing as a business to reach the right people. Seems like I wasn't targeting the right people when I was starting off. I got really started from referrals, and more people knew how well I was doing on my own and wanted me to help them with that. And so my business really started from referrals. And so the mistakes I made is just learning how to grow that in the right way. Like maybe I'm not targeting the right people. And of course, as you're pushing out as a marketer, you tend to max things out. So, for example, Twitter, people don't realize you get up to a point and you can't add any more followers. So, keeping that communication going, I'm sorry, I can't add you right now. I've got to unfollow a few people in order to follow you back. Some people don't know that terminology and realizing, that could be a stuck point too, like
mhm,
for followers. I've got to unfollow in order to follow back. And same thing happens with Instagram. You can only have 7,500 people that you can follow. And some people don't understand that algorithm as you're growing as well. So some of that following and following growth. And of course, along the way, I have lost, YouTube channels as well. My site has been shut down, So I think those challenges, you're like, what do I do? I had all that traffic from the YouTube. 500 videos are gone. What do you do? So that's like the social media challenge that you have. And being able to overcome, like I lost that whole traffic stream. People still remember me through the videos that I created, and people remember who I was because I put so much out there. So when I came back, it came back stronger. There she is, And some people are still missing like my full emails. I had a really good email series and going that out, and I haven't quite put that back together. So there's still more pieces that I know I'm missing, some where they found me in different audiences that
right.
they've kind of maneuvered and found me in other places. And so it's been interesting how I've moved around my target audience and how I've impacted people. It was funny to Google my name one time, and I saw someone talk about me as a testimonial, never gave a notice to me, but I Googled it and found it. I was like, wow, someone talked about me. I didn't even know, like out there on YouTube, give it a shot. I found this YouTube and Alicia Stringer taught me this. I'm like, wow, surprise testimonial, So sometimes I get those just randomly because I put so much, content and social media out there that you didn't realize sometimes how it reap rewards in ways you didn't even see. So the mistakes, truly, you learn from them so fast if you can pick yourself right back up and learn from them and keep going. Because I mean, people have lost YouTube channels and they stay down for a long time, or they don't even want to get back on, or just
Right.
things like that. And I'm like, pick yourself back up, create a new one, just keep on going. If you lost your Instagram channel, which I did, I lost 23,000 followers or whatever on mine, and I'm like, it took me a couple of weeks to get back up, but I'm back up. Not quite as many followers quite yet because it's just still brand new, like 2 weeks old or something. But I'm like, I know what to do. It's just pick yourself back
Wow.
up and keep on going.
Yeah, take a deep breath. Man, oh man,
Yeah,
that's
take a deep breath. You're right. And there's a lot of breathing in it. And a lot of people see that if I lost a channel, like, no worries, I'm going to be here with you to pick it back up and keep on going. I really don't lose, any Facebook or, I've never really lost a whole lot of channels or social media accounts that way. I just pick up and keep keep on going.
Well, it's smart. Two things there is obviously resiliency, and the dynamic nature of business. You got to be ready to change. When things happen, you change, pivot, and
Yeah,
move. Kind of the second and
picking it
last
up.
question. I was going to ask, people will be able to contact you when we post this in the varying places. We'll make sure we have a website for them to connect to, and any other type of connections we got to make sure that people can reach out to you on.
Yeah, I have it set up on aliciastringer.info, and that's just a Google form. They can tell me a little bit about what their needs are that way. And right, Greg Hess referred me, you know,
Yeah,
and so I'm giving out a $50 referral for anybody that comes through the person, you know. So share a name that you connected or saw it on our post or something. I saw it from a share through Greg Hess on video, you know, and we'll be able to reap the rewards right back and help more people on giving them some full value. Maybe it's just a strategy plan. Maybe it's just like, hey, I need help in just Facebook. There's so many aspects for social media. I just want to know what would be a win for them and make sure we're directed and getting them the right direction on growing their business in the right way. Say, hey, I need Coach Hess help to get right back to the right aspect or right focus we need to go on, because it can come full circle. Like, I need coaching right back to Greg Hess, you know. And so there's
that's
a lot
great.
of push and pull, you know, and
Yeah,
communication and how we can help a business grow the right way.
super. Here's the last question for you, Alicia. Tell me what's been most inspiring for you today?
Most inspiring, I go back to some of the books and core things that I read. I've been doing a new series on my Instagram. I put it on my YouTube as well. I don't know why. I go back to this little book, Sales by Jim Williamson. I got it for like 50 cents at this like thrift store or something. But some reason, all these little messages inspire me. So they're little sales lessons and, you know, basic stuff on integrity and pride and how you open up and have a relationship with people, how your attitude is, and I don't see any of it, but I just share those little stories and they give me more ideas to be inspirational and motivation and how to have a different touch point or relationship with more people. And that's why I'm doing the series, is to give more people ideas and communicate back. And it even says like ways to say thank you. You know, if you get a thank you back, I feel like I'm moving forward and helping more people. So you want to do more ways to get more thank yous back to you. And I feel like you're getting more of a fulfilled life when you're motivating and, you know, inspiring more people. So I put a little inspirational method, and so come check out the little series here on Instagram. I go live. I'm trying to do it every day, but I'm not that consistent. But you can see it on my IGTV and see the series.
Well, I've got to say this, Alicia, you and all the things you've described and everything you've done in this interview, you are inspiring. You're
Oh, thanks, Greg.
inspiring to do what you've done, grow the business over the years you have, and make it happen. It's been a thrill having you on as a guest. Thank you for the time.
Sure. I'm excited to see your little 30-second or 15-second video we could do and work together, because a lot of businesses that need social media need some coaching along the way and
Yeah.
understanding the right strategies, because I can do all the actions for you. I could post and say here's all the things, but sometimes it's the little strategies that we need some coaching and guidance on to
Yeah.
get in the right direction.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you very much for the interview. That's it, folks. That's the end of our interview. And see you later from the desk of Coach Hess.
Thank you, Greg.